We're back, and on this ijdm, we are going totally retro with these very cool-looking Radio Shack retro LCD games. Coming up next.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Let's get right into this. These games came out basically in the 80s. If you went into a Radio Shack, at any given Radio Shack, you'd find these sitting somewhere on a shelf. Or you'd see them sitting in one of those center little kiosk things, and there'd be a bunch of them. They had different sizes, different shapes, different forms. My era I came from, these were the ones. These are the ones I saw when I walked into the store and always wanted the whole collection. Of course, I only had the bottom two, but it was still cool having them. And back then, you gotta remember, this is before Game Boy. And Game Boy was pretty much the first system where you could do changeable games, and there was actually adventures. There was other LCD games out there that were pretty cool and had some different effects and things to them, but really this is all, if you only had $15, $20 to spend, this is what you got. This is it. I mean, this was your entertainment. You pack up your bag to go on a trip to visit the grandparents or the aunt and uncle, and you wanted to be occupied. You threw a few of these in your bag, and then you had them in the car to play with. No Game Boy, no iPhone, no iPad, no tablet, whatever. Anyhow, let's get right into this. Like I said, you'd see him sitting up. Is this upside? Yeah, that's upside down. And are we in focus? Let's see. The focus is really touchy today, so there we go. First one we're going to go just kind of whatever game I grab is the one we're going to go. This is one I actually had. It was the Highway game. This is the front of it. It came with a sound button, mode button, and set button, left and right. I believe this is one of the earlier ones, and then here's the back side of it, and just took a little coin cell that fit in there. No, I'm not going to take it out because just because of the age of these things, the plastics are starting to get brittle. It took me forever to retrobrite these because I actually had to do them without peroxide. I didn't want to take them apart or do anything funky with them because they are extremely touchy at this age. I just happened to find four. Well, pretty much the complete set, as far as I know, of all these games. So I was able to just basically take them, retrobrite them, and clean them up a little bit, and stick in a coin cell. Bam, they worked, and work perfect. They do. So let's just see if we can get into this first game, and I'll just do a brief overview. I mean, there's not much to explain. On some of these, I think you just got the clock, and some of them you got a clock and an alarm. So you could actually put the side of your bed, and it would do a little beeping noise, and it was, yeah, okay. Yeah, if you wanted a cool little alarm clock, but you're more likely to use, one of those red LED type deals that everybody had back in the day. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this game started. Do we hit set? Oh, I think I turned on the sound. Okay, mode game one, set. Okay, we're playing now. And I don't know if there's a good angle. So your basic thing is there's no gas pedal or anything. Oh, I just picked up a hitchhiker, I think. And I think you're supposed to, yeah, you drop them off at the mailbox. That's what you do. So we need to avoid objects, as I apparently cannot do in my old age. And believe me, seeing this thing and trying to film on it is quite the adventure. Wow, this is harder than I remember it. And then there's no gas pedal or anything. The vehicle just goes. So you just got to kind of, whoa. And are we going to get a mailbox? I mean, it's been a while since I've seen a mailbox. The idea is you drop them off when the mailbox appears. See, now I can go over that far right lane, and I'm okay because I can avoid that log. So I got two there, and I don't know if it gives you a little indication. So we need to pick up a few more hitchhikers. It was 80s. I mean, I guess that was okay in the 80s. Depending where you lived or what country or whatever, but yeah, it's a very strange game. This one was actually discontinued in favor of a newer style game, and I believe that one was called Raceway or Racetrack or something. It was a blue colored game. I had one of those back in the day. Okay, now you get to play the little adventure game here, and you hit the button, and the idea is to get all the three the same number, and if you do, you get extra points or fuel or something. It says gas, but I think you just get points, so. Or maybe get a life. I got 2 bars, a 7 and a 1, so I didn't get anything. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And you drive until you crash all your spare vehicles, and then you're done. It's like, that's it. And there was other games on here you could obviously play. I think the only difference between game 1 and 2 is just the difficulty. And I'm not sure if game 1 is harder or game 2. I'm going to guess game 2 is probably the harder of the games that are packaged on here, which is just this. And the background is just static. Where the trees and the roadway is, it's just plain old, like some kind of drawing type thing, and then the LCD is over it, and then that's what you're playing on. It's kind of the case with all these games. So they're not overly exciting, but they are still pretty cool seeing these in action again. I have found a few over the years at different flea markets and different thrift stores, but they never seem to be working, or they're just in terrible, terrible condition. And speaking of terrible condition, let's try to make sure this is in focus for y'all. There we go. Now we're gonna go to Volcano. And Volcano, I have no idea how to play this. I've had these games for months and been wanting to do a little thing on them, and I just couldn't find the time, and it's been a crazy few months. But let's go ahead and put this in game mode and select game A and see if we can figure this out. This one has to have a date on it too. Let's see, mode, okay. Okay, well, that's just changing it from military time to regular time. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Now apparently I reset the clock. This is, okay, that has to be the game. Nope. Oh yeah. Okay, the game just did that. Everything lit up. And apparently I really ticked it off. I mean, it's, okay, no. This is how we, if you haven't watched the channel, this is how we roll sometimes. It's just like, it's an discovery thing, and it's just, it is what it is, people. Let's say hit date, maybe? No. Maybe this game isn't quite right, because I never tried it off camera. No, it's just beeping. Shh, quiet. What is going on? I have no clue. Press and hold that, left, right. Now it reset again. Well, the idea of this game, I guess we're not gonna be able to play it. Somebody knows how to start this game. I mean, I've hit every button combination. Oh wait, I just hit something and it's making a noise, like a helicopter noise. Yeah, no, this isn't, it's definitely not working properly. It's, something's weird with it. Maybe it needs to be reset or whatever, and it is just going bonkers right now. And the problem is I don't even know how to, okay, I guess it just shut off. Let's just put this one off to the side for now. Basically, I think the idea is you have little running men and you got to kind of pick them up with the chopper, and I think the chopper goes back and forth, and then avoid the oil or well, wait a minute. Is this Volcano? There's an oil thing, and then there's like a volcano. So I guess you're avoiding the volcano and the oil platform? Not really sure there. Yeah, if I could figure out how to get this started, but like I say, it keeps resetting. I mean, it goes back to clock mode, but maybe if I... Oh no, that really ticked it off. Oh, I think I just killed it. I think I just killed this game. Well, I'll have to play around with this some more. It could be the battery. It could be a battery issue. This one actually, I think, had the battery in it, the coin cell. You see there's a little bit of yellowing in there. It needs to be retro-brighted again, but it is what it is. It's just for display and for everybody to take a look at. Let's see if we can figure out Space Alien. Space Alien looks interesting. And all these games kind of have the same concept where it's a back and forth thing, and you got to avoid objects and pick up stuff. And let's see if this one actually works. Alien 1. Alien 2. Okay, well, that looks like game mode. Alien 1, Alien 2. Okay. Well, we're not going to actually get to play these, are we? And believe me, I've tried to look up information on these. There's not much, because I mean, they are just little LCD games. We'll just try this one more time, because I keep going into settings. I'm hitting something weird. Alien 1, Alien 2. Let's select the game. Maybe if we just need to wait for a second. Yeah, no, nothing. That is so strange. I mean, I'm getting into different functions, but well, this will be good for the whole comments thing. I need more comments on my videos, so anybody knows how to actually start this game, maybe we'll do a quick revisit of all these little handheld games I've covered, and somebody can send me instructions like, oh, you're supposed to hit this button combo. I know I've played it before, but like I said, maybe it's a battery issue or some kind of weird thing. But basically, I think the idea here is you just got to bring people from here to there and then get back again. I think that's a general gist of it. I mean, it's nothing exciting, but hey, it kept... you know, for a kid, this kept you occupied back in the day. You didn't need no tablet or anything. But yeah, that one's questionable. That one's questionable. This one actually worked. Let's see if we have any luck with plane and tank. I think these are the two more popular ones. And this is one I do remember. And again, this is one where you're just taking the tank, and I think you just try to not to get hit and get over the bridge, and it'll make you wait for the little bridge thing. So, okay. Maybe I'm just, nope. All right, there's a trick to starting these games, and I guess if you're a kid, you'll, oh, there we go. Okay, there my tank's moving, and you can see it in the screen. I know it's hard to see. It's not backlit or anything, so I'm waiting for the bridge to go down, but I gotta also avoid the missiles, and there we go, the bridge is down. Okay, and then what just happened? I think I got hit. I got hit again. Man, these things, I must have been on like a hard level or a hard setting or something, because good. There, okay, so that's all you do. You basically take the tank and get it across the bridge when the little drawbridge goes down. Yeah, that's not too super excited, but again, when you're a kid, I mean, you know, this could keep you occupied. Oh man, I wish I had the instructions for these or find them somewhere. And it's like you hit certain buttons, it freezes up. But yeah, so we got 2 of the 4 working, and they all come in these different little colors. And I have seen variations where sometimes, you know, one of these I think comes in green, or this one comes, I don't know. They have different combinations. I think it depends on what country. Yeah, Volcano totally just, let's see if we can get this open. I'll try to reset the game here. This was probably the roughest of all of them. I did some cleaning on it, but let's see. No, this one not working. I'm not so lucky. Let's see if we can get UFO here. I hit that, and then I hit that. Now this one's like not doing anything. Oh wait, I see. Okay, so now I should be able to start the game. Is that the trick? There's not so many buttons. There's only 5. I mean, I can switch between Alien 1 and Alien 2, but then that's it. There's some kind of mystery, but believe me, if you saw the other game, there's not much excitement other than just bringing the spaceship across to the landing pad here. And there's obviously something happens. It might be some kind of little bonus thing like they had with the, if you pick up and drop off the hitchhikers on this game. It's like, assuming those are hitchhikers, but we, again, try to keep this channel as PG as possible. There could be something else, but yeah. So we had Space Alien, Plane and Tank, Volcano, and that. Well, I don't really have much else to say about these games. I mean, I really wish I could have got these 2 working, but obviously there's either an issue with the battery or just user error. But the general idea was just kind of a show and tell, and if you haven't seen them for years, and just kind of a reminder, they are out there. I found them on places that, you know, any type of auction, I don't want to name auction sites, but the different auction sites and different little online thrift stores usually has 1 or 2 of these sitting around. Just be aware, you want to make sure it does have the battery compartment lid. A lot of them are missing. It's one thing I came across. You do want to make sure that there's no corrosion or anything inside, or you see any signs of the screws are rusted. That can be an issue, and obviously the one that I had that had a rough condition obviously has some kind of weird thing going on in it. It's probably, if I took it apart, and I really don't want to, but it's probably just some kind of contact that needs to be cleaned, that either that or the battery was really just totally going bonkers and just totally dying on us for that game. That'll do it for this ijdm and this retro kind of thing with these games. We will be back for another episode very soon featuring a new product again. And then we'll go back to an old product. So we're going to call it alternate for a while. We're not going to really do the bells and whistle episodes for a little while. We're just going to kind of stick to just kind of show and tell type videos, kind of going back old school from when the channel began. Again, plenty of videos out there to watch. We do have a Patreon page. Be sure to check that out. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Yeah, if you stayed on to the very end, you find a little bonus segment, kind of like they do in those superhero movies. And now this one's stuck. I was trying to get the battery out, and obviously it's something with the battery compartment. And if you look close on this one, there is a lot of corrosion there, so I think I need to totally clean that up. But when I did stick the battery back in, for a second it worked, and I was able to actually get the game going. But the problem is I can't actually hold my hand and hold the battery in proper, and I honestly think the battery in here might be a little too big for what it's supposed to be. They might have just stuck any old coin cell in, so I'm gonna have to do some research. But this game is still alive. It's just I need to figure a few things out on these, and maybe do a future video on them if there's some interest in them at all. See, yeah, there it goes again, and then I'll get it working, and then it just, you know, again, I'm trying to hold the battery and maybe cleaning that corrosion up, but we'll save that for another time. We'll see you.